What's up, guys? So I just got off Ryan Serhant's live. So powerful. Just figured I'd jump on here because, I do a daily live stream every day. Today's live definitely was joining Ryan's, which was super cool. But I just figured I'd jump on here real quick. Maybe some of you would jump from Ryan's, jump over to mine, and just see if you guys definitely checked it out. Just see what's going on. See how you guys are doing. New day, new goals. Let's own it. So what's going on? What's up, Josh? What's up, Stacey? What's up, Chad? How many of you saw my live stream with Ryan Serhant? Drop a just a thumbs up, or drop a 1 if you saw it. Drop a 2 if you missed it. If you did, make sure to go check out Ryan Serhant's live stream. Hopefully he kept it up. It was so powerful. His episode on Leaders Create Leaders was definitely one of the most viewed we've had. He tells his entire story of how he's been able to create success through building a brand and being able to understand the art of persuasion and sales and real estate. So definitely check that out on YouTube. And what's going on, guys? How you guys doing? I had a really powerful day today. I've been studying just completely studying the art of storytelling. That's something that I really want to take to the next level for my clients, helping them on their leader's journey. What's going on, Henry? What's popping? Yeah, guys. So I just want to see if... Oh, Lewis, what's up, bro? Good to see you on here. I don't know if you saw, man, but I definitely challenged you into the 2C slide dance. I don't know if you saw, but I was just having a little bit of fun, man, and just making sure everybody knows that as much as this is like serious, hard times right now, guys, and we need to pray and just obviously pray for all those in need, pray for all the people in the front lines. Just make sure to continue to move your energy, though, and stay positive, smile, dance, move, meditate, pray, all these things to just continue to keep you going, and just keep you just centered, and just realizing that as hard as this may be for so many of us, especially for me, I can't go and see my family. I miss them so much. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for growth for you personally. It's an opportunity to grow your relationships. It's an opportunity to grow your business. And for me, it's like now I'm like FaceTiming my mom and my dad like every single day, sharing more with them. Who would have thought that me even sharing the microdosing of psilocybin, that my parents are now even like, didn't even really judge me at all. They were just like embracing a lot of that. So I'm continuing to build deeper relationships. I don't know if you guys remember my appreciation challenge. I didn't make it public, but something that I practice every day. It's called Appreciative Leadership. And what you can do is you can take 3 coins, nickel, dime, quarter, put them heads up, and every single day, 3 people a day for the next 30 days, give people appreciation. And then every time you send appreciation to someone, you flip the coin and do 3 people a day. And it could be people that you love, your family, your friends. It could be someone you live with, writing them a note. It could be, you sending a video or doing a FaceTime. It could be your team. It could be mentors of yours or people that you want to connect with that maybe you've never even met, that you want to just share with them how their mentorship has impacted your life. For instance, Lewis Howes is on this live, or was on this live. And if you're still watching, bro, I appreciate you so much. I remember when I started Leaders Create Leaders after selling Elite Daily, you were there. You were guiding me on my thought leadership path. You came on my show. You came to my apartment. You came to my nonprofit in Newark when I was supporting minorities in the city of Newark, New Jersey, and teaching entrepreneurship to that community. You came there and supported me, man. And you're just a representation of greatness. And I just want you to know I appreciate how much you show up every single day to give people hope and possibility. And it's that, guys, every day, just share that appreciation for the people that have been there for you your entire life. Sometimes we forget how far we've come, and we forget those people that were with you along your leader's journey. Were with you along the way, right? That supported you, and it's like your parents, it could be your siblings, friends, mentors, but share that appreciation. And I'm telling you, that energy comes right back to you. Otherwise, guys, what's going on with business right now? How are things going for you? How are you leading your team? Is there any bottlenecks that have come up that we can kind of chop it up about? I have about 10, 15 minutes here before my next meeting. Again, guys, if you haven't checked out my live that just got off Ryan Serhant's account, go check it out. It was super powerful, just very, very real and just raw. So I would love that. Yes, never forget your day ones and always respect the come up. Let's see who wants to come on here. My boy Double X. I don't know if he's on, but let's see if my friend Double X is. Let's see here. Let's see if he's on here. X, you on here? I thought I saw him. Let's see who else would want to join and chop it up. Who is, let's see, Shashin. Or Jared Speaks. Let's see, Jared. Check in with Jared. I've connected with Jared before. Let's see if Jared wants to jump on real quick. I'm so glad you mentioned mushrooms. This is my first live in about 2 years, and the fact that you mentioned psilocybin makes me want to reconnect with your content. Yeah, man, thank you. I'm on an experiment, a microdosing psilocybin experiment. I'm on day 4, and it's just been beautiful. It's not about like having this crazy trip. It's literally just allowed me to tap into more creativity, more focus, more flow, and also just some more like self-awareness. What's up, Jared? What's going on, bro?
What's going on, Gerard? Yo, thank you
Good
so
to see
much
you
for
on
having me on
here.
live.
Yeah, man, no doubt, bro. I just got off. I don't know if you saw, it was just on Ryan Serhant's account. It was fire. Definitely check it out if you didn't, man. But yeah, bro. So just real quick, talk to me, man. What are you doing right now to elevate as a leader, both in your life and in your business?
Yeah, man. Honestly, I've really just been taking the challenge to not worry during this time, but to really be there and be in service to my clients. You know, a
Ooh.
lot of my CEO clients who are really worried that they have to lay off entire divisions of their companies. A lot of them just don't know how to deliver those crisis communications messages. So just reaching out to them and just saying, hey, this is how you do it. This is how you do it, and still keep your integrity about you, still keep your
Yeah.
footing, and keeping the people that are on board with you on board and trusting you.
Yeah. I love it, bro. I love it. You know, I talk about that, with when I kind of dropped something about like, right now more than ever, you see a lot of people, right, that I think you do need to adapt to the market and think about new ways to communicate and connect and be able to bring people into your world and enroll people into what you have to offer. But like the most important, I think, aspect of business right now is like actually being there for the people that are already your customers, right? Like doubling down on those
Absolutely.
customers, doubling down on being more of service, being even more value. And I think it brings something that to my attention too, which is like, I remember when I was like, when we're telling that to a lot of our clients, but what hit me is like, that's how business is supposed to be. Do you get what I'm saying? So like one thing that I just want everyone to realize is like, yes, what Jared just said is true, right? Like how can you double down, really be there to help your clients right now? But like, think about coming out of this, like that's how you should, that is a 100% how you build a sustainable and big business, right? Like I built a $10 million business without using any ads, without using any funnels. None of this Instagram shit was around back then. And it was because I actually was really great at what I did. And because I was always bringing, more value. Like I was always under promising, over delivering for my clients, getting them real results. And by just doing that, becoming great at that, you can really, really scale a powerful business, especially coming out of this with the technology and social media we have today. Um, so Jared, what are you most passionate about right now, man? What is like something that you right now are at home that's like maybe something new, something new that you're like diving into, that you're learning?
Yeah. So honestly, I'm focused more so on going digital right now. What I'm the most passionate about, really honestly, Gerard, is I help people, especially young entrepreneurs, really find their money-making message and the courage to tell it so that they can go from being the best kept secret to the next big thing. And I know that it's all through the art in the heart of powerful storytelling. I think that's
Yes.
what really allows people to connect with someone's brand. And so I take
Facts.
budding entrepreneurs, people who have a product, a service, they know there's something to offer the world, they just don't know how to tell it. And so I like taking those people. I love it so much that I would do it for free, but I'm fortunate enough to get paid for it. But I take them and help build them up so when they hit their stage, they
Yeah.
literally can shine and people can join them, connect with them,
Right.
and they can actually put their purpose in the world. So that's what I'm most passionate about right now. And I'm taking those people that are really concerned and worried and putting their dreams on the back burner and taking them and saying, no, this is an opportunity to put yourself out there now. Let's tell your story right now.
100%. I literally, it's something I'm so passionate about, storytelling, and like, that's how people connect, right? That's how you inspire. That's how you even persuade. It's how people, it's stories, right? And I'm curious, Jared, what are like a few tips for someone? I like how you brought out the money making message. Like, what are a few tips that someone can take right now for them to discover their money making message?
Yes. So first and foremost, this is something that I always, I really ask people to identify who are the people that you can identify with the most. What people do you feel that you can most connect to and actually help? And then get really honest about where you've been, and be honest about where you've been in your life and what led you up until this moment. You know, I really find that the story that helps people the most is the story that we don't want to tell.
100%.
That's what helps people the most. Personally, for me, I made a lot of mistakes in college. I got into a lot of debt. I had a lot of failures. And then I wanted to get up on stages when I first started my motivational speaking career and just tell cool stories. But I discovered that the stories that people love to hear the most are the ones where I made a mistake, but then had to go back and make up for it and what I learned in the process. And so I see a lot of novice speakers who are at the top of their field. They get up on a stage and they're too embarrassed to tell the story about the time that they screwed up something or the time that they made a mistake. And so I would just caution people, if you're looking to be a speaker, if you're looking to have any influence at all, tell the story that you don't want to tell. Obviously, have dealt with it, have come out on the other side of it, but tell the story that you don't want to tell, the embarrassing mistakes that you made, what you learned, and how you went back and made up for it, and watch your influence go through the roof.
Yeah, I love that, bro. Thank you so much for jumping on, man. If there's anything I can ever do to help you on your leadership journey, please let me know. And thanks for sharing, man. That was pretty powerful, bro. God bless. All right.
God bless you too. Thanks, Gerard.
Peace, bro. All right. That was pretty cool. Jared just dropped some gems. So I love that. I love that. Some really strong takeaways. You know, it's like, I really do believe that that's what he said is the truth. It's stop. You know, I talk about this concept of FOPO, fear of people's opinions. And I think once you can get rid of the FOPO, and you can actually start to dive deep into, look, what are the stories that you've always been scared to share, and really get the confidence to use storytelling as a modality to not only heal yourself, but also to heal and inspire others. And when you tell the story, like you talked about, that you're so scared to tell, watch how people really connect to that, because that's that vulnerability. That's that power of vulnerability, and vulnerability is leadership, right? And also it's that authenticity, right? It's like people seeing you for who you are and knowing that, like, you're real. You have problems, you have lessons, you have obstacles, you've had adversity. Like, you've had to be resilient in your life to get to where you are. And it's like that post I just made about Ryan Serhant. It's like, it's the come up. Like, what's your come up? Like, talk about your come up and just be raw about it. People will respect that about you. And like, we don't need any more influencers in the world. That's why I'm not even passionate about people who want to just build a personal brand. I want people that want to build a leadership brand, that actually want to make a difference and help others. And don't worry about the likes and the follows and being liked and being perfect. You're willing to just be raw, share your truth. And when you do that, it will pierce people's hearts. And truthfully, like, that's how you build a movement, right? It's one by one. If you've heard the term, like, get your first 1,000 raving fans, where I talk about your first true loyal fans, right? And you can start with your first 100, 300, then grow to 1,000. And we forget that behind these numbers, behind I see the live stream, you know, that number that's up there, every single one of you are real. Like, you're real. There's real lives. So like, you have that opportunity to leverage your story, go out there and just, you know, realize that there's people out there that are looking for your message in the world. Yo, what's up, Mike Taylor? What's going on, bro? So guys, I have a meeting here in 10 minutes. I'll bring on let's see if Mike wants to jump on real quick for like 5 minutes. Me and him have trying to connect for a while now. Mike, what do you think, man? You want to jump on for a quick 5 minutes before I jump off? I just finished with Ryan Serhant. But we did it on his account. It was super powerful, and would love to connect with you, man, and do some collaboration with you. Let me know if you'd be down. Let's see if Mike would be open to jumping on real quick. Yo, my man Mike, what's up, bro?
Yo, dog. Look at it. It takes a virus for us to get together.
Right? It takes a virus for sure.
Hey, I gotta tell you,
inevitable.
I gotta tell you, man. Just jumping on here and listening to that. That was incredible. The FOPO, I've never heard anybody say it like that, but dude, it's huge. That was so awesome that you touched on it that way. I thought it was dude, incredible.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, bro. It's like, you know, because that's what it is, man. I mean, there's so much we can learn through all of this, but like, I think one of the biggest things, bro, is like we can shed during this time, and we can let go of, like, yo, we're all human, man. We all come from like the same womb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like ultimately, you know, once we start letting go of those shadows of the shit, and most of it is always that fear of judgment and comparison, not being good enough. Once we let go of that shit and you start really showing up, you already know, Mike, because you do it every day. And it's like, how does it feel for you, bro? The moment, what was your part of your leader's journey where you finally said, like, fuck it, I'm going to start sharing my story with the world? And what was that like? And then what has it brought to you?
I was scared, truthfully. Like, for me, it happened after my skate career ended. And like with skating, like, we don't talk about that type of stuff. We don't talk about feelings. Like, we just like go out and get it. And so to take a step to go, you know what, there's something that I was given that like I should share. I was terrified. I was so worried that like I was going to be viewed as like whack and a sellout. And like, that's not what skaters are supposed to do. And there's people that thought that way for sure. But I'll say once I decided to do it, it was like the first time I actually felt like I was actually being myself. You know, and I think we forget that there's more value in us, like, you know, owning and loving ourselves as opposed to getting that from other people. Changed my life. I mean, what really happened was like, I had to find my real purpose, right? Like, I thought my purpose was being a skateboarder, but that wasn't my purpose. That was just my passion. And they're two different things. So like, it was really discovering purpose. And then that element of like learning that I'm giving other people control to tell myself what my true value is. And that's not right. That's not how I was designed. That's not how God built us. So it was like, I had to work through a lot, but man, like the second I jumped out and like let go of the fear, and it was scary. My reward, like coming home every night and feeling like, oh, I did it today. I didn't have that before. So that's new, you know?
And then, bro, you know, we have people that like truly write you those letters, right? Or send you those DMs or stop you in the street and they're like, hey, bro, like, it's not about like fame. Like, you actually have really changed my life. And what is that worth, right? There's one thing that you mentioned, Mike, that I just want to like pinpoint for all of you that are watching. He said, once I made that decision, and that is such a huge thing that most of you right now struggle with. And I know what it's like to procrastinate. And I know what it's like to put things off. And I know what it's like to like need everyone to tell you what to do and need to get everyone's opinions in your life, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your freaking mom, dad, dog, friend. Like, but you have to make a decision for you. When is it time for you to stand and own your power? Make a stand for your name. There's only one of you. And I realized today, I was listening to a podcast with Tim Ferriss, and he talked about going from thinking of it as a decision to an incision. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. Because like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you talked about is you went inwards, you found purpose, and that allowed you to make that decision of like, now that I'm clear that I'm doing this and it's not about me anymore, it's because I actually want to help others. Now, boom. You let go of that fear, you know?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna add to that, because I actually read something this morning that I thought was really important as well. It talked about how we put this obsession on being ready, like with that, whatever it's going to be, if it's like getting married, if it's having kids, if it's leaving a job, if it's creating a company, we make it so that we have to be financially ready to have kids. We have to be financially ready to start our new job. We have to have lived our life before we get married. And it really stops us from doing a lot of great things. Like this idea of like, you have to be ready, but like, honestly, like, why? Like, there's so many things I look at that I actually stepped out and did that I wasn't ready for, and I figured it out. Like, we don't put enough credit on ourselves of what we can like work through. So that was a big thing today. Like, don't worry about being ready. You're never ready. We never are ready. Just step out in faith and do it, and you'll be blessed by it.
You know, it's like, you know, I remember when like Gary Vee talked about like document versus create, and I'm a creator. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really love to create. but it made sense. You know what I mean? It's like when you finally say like, I'm going to take people on, I call it the leader's journey, right? When you take people on your leader's journey
Yeah.
and just document that, like, you know, you're on the, you're figuring it out. You're discovering parts of yourself. Like, bro, I couldn't believe that this week I decided to microdose psilocybin and do an experiment of microdosing psilocybin. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put it out to the world. Like, there's gonna be people that may judge me. There'll be people gonna be like, thinking like, oh, he does, who knows? Think I did drugs or like. You
Wait,
know,
I don't know what that.
know. Like,
I don't know what that.
knows?
I don't know what that is.
Psilocybin is mushrooms. So like, I started microdosing, like Steve, like, you know, you see leaders out there like Steve Jobs that have talked about like microdosing. So I'm at home. So I decided I want to try this as an experiment, microdose, not to like trip and all that stuff, but put a little bit in a smoothie or my coffee, and it's supposed to enhance. It's from Earth, enhance focus, creativity, productivity, and also allow you to have more introspection and just truly like kind of like discover more of yourself, right? And it's been this, but I let go and just like I'm documenting that, and I just think more people. They just let go and die. Like, think about how scary that is for me to do. Like, I actually have an IGTV video of me cutting up mushrooms.
I'm going to go back and watch it.
Yeah,
I'm going to go back and watch it.
I put it out, like, fully. So it's like, if I could do that, you guys can start sharing more of, like, your journey of how I call it failing forward and learning. And, you know, right now I'm creating a whole nother new evolution of Leaders Create Leaders and what that looks like in my product. And I'm documenting it behind the scenes, you know, because I know the power of showing that, right? That's like, it's a process, mastering your story, mastering your wisdom, mastering your craft. Think about like, Mike, if you would have, I don't know if you've done that, but like when you first started skateboarding to then becoming the skateboarder you became at the end of your career, like the power of showing people that, but like, the power of showing people, like learning your first kickflip, you know?
Yeah. I think it's rad. I think it's amazing, dude. It's
so
huge.
Dope.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Well, hey,
dude,
I know you're jumping on this call. Dude, it was great chatting with you real quick. Hope everything is going well through this challenging time. And let's connect soon in real life once we're allowed to high five and give each other hugs.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. Like, I want to do something when this ends that's like a Leaders Create Leaders live, where I do these like live kind of like fireside chats with music and cool food and spirituality. Bro, I would love to do one with you, man, and just vibe with you. But even just
all day,
man. And,
all day.
I'll say a prayer for your family. I know you're a father. I'll say a prayer for your family, and I appreciate you jumping on, bro.
You know what? I appreciate that. I'm asking. We're having a baby, and we're supposed to have a baby in 10 days. So pray for us. I appreciate that.
So you know, I was named after whatever your belief is, but for me, I grew up Catholic. I was named after a saint known as Saint Gerard. It was from a village in Italy called Avellino, where my grandparents on my father's side are from. And the saint was known as the saint of mothers that conceive and of babies and children. So it's like my whole, like since I was born, bro, every year I celebrate and I pray to Saint Gerard. So I'll say a prayer for your wife and for you and for your baby. And God bless, man. What an unbelievable, cool like gift, man, from God during this time. So that's awesome.
I appreciate that, brother. I really do.
No doubt, man. All right, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, brother. Later.
Peace. All right, guys. I have a meeting right now, so I got to jump off. I'm going to go meet with my mentor, Ryan Blair, helping him with the movement altar call. Super excited about that. Appreciate each and every one of you. A podcast dropped today. If you haven't listened to it, it's with Patrick Bet-David, fucking world-class CEO. He drops so many like practical gems. Go to Spotify, subscribe to Leaders Create Leaders. If you want, take a picture, share it to your story, tag me. I'll reshare it and maybe even pull you on a live stream if I see that you do that. So I appreciate you guys for jumping on. Leaders Create Leaders. Be the leader. All right, guys. Peace.